American Express recently dropped their highest welcome bonus ever on the Gold Rewards card, 110,000 points. That's worth about $2,750 in travel value. But here's the thing, this offer expires August 18th of this year, and based on previous bonuses on the Amex Gold, I don't think we'll see anything this good again for years. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly why this limited time offer is such a big deal, whether the Gold card is worth it for you, and most importantly, how to make sure you squeeze every dollar of value from this incredible bonus. By the way, I'm Jordan, and between this YouTube channel and my website, I've helped hundreds of thousands of Canadians save hundreds of millions of dollars just by using credit cards. So let's dive in. So this welcome bonus, which I've linked to in the description so you can verify it for yourself, is absolutely wild. New Amex Gold card holders can earn up to 110,000 membership rewards points. And I value MR points at 2.5 cents a piece when you use them for economy class flights, and 5 to 10 cents a piece when you use them for business class flights. So that means that this welcome bonus is worth around $2,750 on economy class flights and up to $5,500 to $11,000 on business class flights. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but that's the truth. And if you've watched any of my other videos on how to use these points smartly, then you'll know that that's not unreasonable. For example, here are a few of the trips you can take with 110,000 MR points. Let's start with a few premium options. You can fly one way in business class from Toronto to Amsterdam for just 60,000 points and $148. That's a rock solid redemption for anyone looking to experience international business class without going deep into their balance. Or if you're in Vancouver, you can fly to New Delhi in business class for 90,000 points and $107. That's a lie flat seat all the way to India with points to spare. But if you'd rather stretch your points, then economy is where the real value kicks in. Toronto to Paris in economy class is only 31,200 points plus $148, which means you've got almost enough for 4 flights, which is pretty crazy. Or if you're craving a warm weather escape, then Montreal to Dubai in economy runs 44,000 points each way, plus $163 in fees. Now, these are all one-way redemptions, so if you want to book a round trip, you'll need to double the prices. But I think you can tell just from these couple of examples that whether you're looking for luxury, long-haul value, or frequent weekend trips, 110,000 Aeroplan points can take you a very long way. And if I were to look at other American Express transfer partners like Cathay Pacific Asia Miles and Air France KLM Flying Blue, then you'd find even more flight options to get even better deals. And here's why this matters. There's never been a welcome bonus this high on the Gold Rewards card in Canada. Seriously, the typical welcome bonus on the Gold card is around 60,000 points, and sometimes it drops as low as 50,000, but 110,000? That has truly never been done before. Now, based on Amex's history of welcome bonuses, these generally last just a couple of months before dropping back down, so I'm not surprised to see that this is only being offered until August 18th. And then once those bonuses do drop, it typically takes at least 1 to 2 years before they offer as big of a welcome bonus again. So when I say this is a limited time offer, I really mean it. But I also want to put this 110,000 points bonus in perspective, so let me show you how it stacks up against other cards in Canada. The welcome bonus on the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite is currently 40,000 Aeroplan points, which are worth around $800. The welcome bonus on the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege is currently 55,000 Avion points, which are worth around $1,100. And the welcome bonus on the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite is currently 45,000 Aventura points, which are worth around $450. So when Amex drops a 110,000 point bonus on the Gold card worth $2,750, they're not just beating the competition, they are destroying them. Now, before I show you everything else you get along with this massive bonus, let me break down exactly how to get the full amount. It starts with the first layer, which gives you 60,000 points in your first year. And that comes from spending $1,000 each month for 12 months, and as long as you stay consistent, Amex will give you 5,000 points a month like clockwork. Then there's the second layer, where you'll earn another 30,000 points if your total spending reaches $20,000 by the end of year 1. And that includes the monthly spending you're already doing to get the first 60,000 points, so if you're averaging a little over $1,600 a month, then you'll hit this no problem. And then the third and final piece is where Amex gives you an extra 20,000 points as long as you make at least one purchase between months 15 and 17. This can be something as simple as a bottle of water or a pack of gum, but that small transaction unlocks the last piece of the bonus. But even if you don't hit the $20,000 threshold in the first year, there's still a very solid path to 80,000 points. All you need to do is hit $1,000 a month for the first year, and then make a purchase of any size between months 15 and 17. That alone earns you $2,000 in points value, which is still one of the best returns on any mid-tier card in Canada. But what makes this bonus structure especially powerful is how accessible it is. Because most Canadians already spend $1,000 a month between food, transit, and other recurring expenses. So the spending isn't extreme, and the bonuses scale with you without asking you to change your spending habits. But now that we've covered the bonus in detail, let's talk about what makes this card worth using long after you've collected those points. Because unlike some premium cards that are built around one-time perks or first-class flash, the gold card earns its spot in your wallet by being useful every single day. The gold card gives you 2 points per dollar on groceries, restaurants, and travel, which means that nearly all your core spending categories are neatly covered. That includes everything from food delivery apps and takeout to hotels, flights, and public transit. So these are categories where most Canadians are already spending a decent amount of money every year, and so by using the gold card, you're earning rewards without changing anything about your habits. And when you compare it to other cards on the market, most of them give you 1 to 2% back on groceries and dining, but the gold card pushes that return to more like 5%, which makes a massive difference over time. For example, if you're spending $500 a month on groceries, then the gold card earns you an extra 12,000 points per year. That's enough for a free flight just from buying food. And while points are the headline, the card also comes with underrated travel perks that quietly save you hundreds of dollars a year as well. The first and most obvious one is the $100 annual travel credit. You can use that credit toward any eligible flight or hotel booked through American Express Travel Online as long as the total is at least $100. So just book the trip, charge it to your gold card, and the credit gets applied to your statement automatically, usually within a couple of business days. No hoops to jump through, no complex emails, no phone calls. It's just one of the easiest ways to bring down your effective annual fee, especially since it resets every year and works on simple bookings like domestic flights or weekend hotel stays. So just remember to use it before your next card anniversary since it doesn't roll over into the next year, but it's an easy habit to build once it's part of your yearly travel routine. The second perk is access to Plaza Premium Airport lounges, because as a gold card member, you get 4 free lounge visits every calendar year. You can use those lounge visits for yourself or split them between you and a guest, but once they're used up, then additional entries to the lounge are going to cost you. So it's not a full-on unlimited lounge pass, but for most casual travelers, having a few guaranteed moments of comfort every year does make a pretty big difference. And if you've ever been stuck in a noisy terminal during a delay, then you already know how valuable that can be. Another perk that often flies under the radar is the $50 Nexus credit, which helps cover the cost of applying to or renewing your Nexus membership. So if you charge the Nexus membership fee to your gold card, then you'll get a $50 statement credit once every 4 years, which knocks down the out-of-pocket cost significantly. So if you're someone who travels between Canada and the US, even just once or twice a year, Nexus is a total game changer. It lets you breeze through customs with minimal wait time, and once you've experienced that level of convenience, it's really hard to go back. So getting $50 back on Nexus makes it just that much easier to justify. But beyond the travel perks, the gold card also gives you built-in protection that most cardholders completely overlook. The first one is purchase protection, which covers the items you buy for 90 days from the date of purchase. If your item gets accidentally damaged or stolen, then Amex will reimburse you for up to $1,000. It's the kind of benefit you never actually think about until you really need it, like when your new phone falls out of your pocket and smashes on the pavement, or a package goes missing from your doorstep. Then there's extended warranty, which automatically adds 1 extra year of coverage to the manufacturer's warranty on eligible electronics and appliances. So if your laptop dies 13 months after you bought it, you're not stuck paying for a new one out of pocket. Instead, Amex steps in and covers the repair or the replacement cost, saving you from an expensive surprise. Now, there is always one concern that comes up with American Express cards, and that's how widely they're accepted. But I have to say that landscape has changed significantly. Most restaurants and retailers take Amex, and for the few places that don't, you can always use a backup Visa, MasterCard, or your old debit card. But for earning points on your core spending, you're not going to run into any serious friction. But now let's talk about the $250 annual fee. Because yes, this card isn't free. But here's what most people don't realize. You can easily get more than $250 in value back every single year. Right away, you get the $100 annual travel credit. That's real value you can apply to any flight, hotel, or car rental that you book through Amex Travel. And then there's the lounge access. You get 4 Plaza Premium passes per year, with each one worth around $40 to $50, which means that's another $160 to $200 in travel perks. And when you add on the $50 credit toward a Nexus membership, suddenly you're looking at somewhere between $300 and $350 in value just from those 3 perks alone. And that's before you factor in the extras that most people forget about, like purchase protection and extended warranty, which can save you thousands of dollars if something you buy gets damaged or breaks just after the manufacturer's warranty. You also get ongoing access to Amex offers, which show up directly in your account. These are targeted deals that give you cash back or bonus points just for spending money where you normally shop. And if you pay attention, you'll find yourself unlocking extra value almost every month. So with all this stuff considered, you're getting a lot more value from the perks than what you're paying for the card, and that's without even touching the welcome bonus or the points that you'll earn from day-to-day spending. But I do want to be realistic, because this card isn't going to be the right fit for everyone. So if you're currently carrying credit card debt, then your focus should be on clearing that balance first. And if your monthly spending on groceries, dining, and travel is minimal, then the value here probably won't add up. And if you've already got the gold card in the last 2 years, you won't be eligible for the bonus again. And if your monthly spending on groceries, dining, and travel is pretty minimal, then the value you'll get here will be lower. Also, for anyone who prefers straightforward cashback and has no plans to travel, then there are simpler options that might serve you better. But if you're not in any of those situations, then the numbers really speak for themselves. You're paying $250 for the annual fee, but the welcome bonus alone gives you around $2,750 in travel value, which is 11 times that much. And that's before factoring in the travel credit, the lounge access, or the ongoing rewards. So when you do add those in, the return becomes even harder to ignore. This is exactly why the gold card offer matters right now, because the 110,000 point bonus isn't permanent. And once the deadline passes on August 18th, it could be years before something like this returns. So I'm not holding out for that. In my books, once this offer disappears, this big opportunity is gone. So if you want to capitalize on the welcome bonus before it disappears, I've left a link to the 110,000 points offer in the description below. I'm very confident that you'll be happy with the card, and I can say that as someone who's had it for years. But once you've got your gold card, if you want to make sure that you get the absolute most value out of it, I recently made another video on the 9 things you must do as soon as you get your gold rewards card. So to learn what those things are and how you can supercharge your gold card beyond this massive welcome bonus, watch this video next.